We are so back, ladies and gentlemen. 2024 was a bit of a wild year. 2025 is off to a hot start. Trudeau's on his way out. Trump might be tariffing the crap out of us, or maybe we might be part of the United States along with Greenland. On top of that, the new mortgage rules have come into play as of December 15th, so we'll see how that shakes out. And we've got the Bank of Canada announcement on January 29th outlining another potential rate reduction. There's a lot to unravel here. Let's look in the rearview mirror and see what's happened in December. Let's dive into this month's market update. Roll the intro. 2024 wasn't exactly a banner year in real estate, but buyers started to come back in the final 3 months, although prices still are on a downward trend. But with a more favorable interest rate environment, opportunity could be knocking. If you've been holding off, now's the time to start preparing. We're expecting a hot spring. I'll share my 2 cents at the end, but for now, let's take a look at total sales. A total of 334 residential homes were sold through the MLS system in Waterloo region in December. This represents an almost 15% increase compared to December of 2023, which was very slow, but a decrease of almost 10% compared to the average number of homes sold in the previous 5 years for December. December is usually one of the slowest months of the year, which is no surprise with holidays, Hanukkah, Christmas, etc. Real estate tends to go on a little bit of a side burner. That being said, homes sell every day. We sold a home on Christmas Eve actually. So life still goes on, but generally speaking, this is a slower period of the year. We are now in the pre-spring market getting into January with lower inventory levels. So if you're thinking about selling and you need to sell, now might be a good time to get your home up on the market because there's less competition that you're going to experience. Total residential sales in December included 189 detached homes, 21 semis, 83 townhomes, and 41 condo units. So that gives us a good overview of activity. Let's take a look at price. The average sale price for all residential properties in Waterloo region was just under $764,000, up 3.3% compared to December of 2023 and up 1.4% compared to November of 2024. The average sale price of a detached home was just under $900,000. Semis were just under $645,000. Townhomes were just over $630,000, and apartment-style condominiums were just over $475,000. Condos, folks, are taking a beating. We have lots of inventory. It's tougher to sell, but hopefully with the new interest rate reductions coming in this year, condos will start to move a little bit quicker. Finally, let's wrap up with volume. There were 346 new listings added to the MLS system in KW and area in December, which is up almost 20% compared to December of last year and up 1.6% compared to the previous 10-year average for December. There were almost 1,100 homes available for sale in an active status at the end of December. This is an increase of almost 40% compared to December of 2023 and up almost 67% compared to the previous 10-year average of 656 listings for December. There were 1.9 months of inventory at the end of December, an increase of 35.7% compared to December of 2023. Condominiums continued to have the highest inventory with 4.5 months supply, followed by townhomes with 2.7 months supply, and detached homes actually came down to 1.3 months supply. The average number of days to sell in December was 36, consistent with the previous month, and 13 days longer than the previous 5-year average of 23 days. There's a lot to unpack here for 2025. I keep getting emails. What do I think is gonna happen? How's the market gonna shake out in 2025? I don't wanna be the cliche real estate agent that tells you everything's great when everything's on fire, but I think we have a lot of uncertainty in the market. From a political standpoint, from our neighbors down south, from a political standpoint in our own backyard, when people are uncertain, they tend to freeze up and not make decisions. So I'm optimistic about the direction we're moving in as a country, not to get political, but we need help and we need to get back on track. All the things you as a viewer, I'm sure, are thinking as well. We're all getting bombarded with Instagram stories, with TikTok, etc. I think once we get a clear plan of action, hopefully we'll be in the right direction. With a favorable interest rate environment, which I think we'll see in 2025, that's at least what they're projecting, it's gonna be easier to purchase a home. Now, the fact of our dollar compared to the US and the buying power, we're not gonna get into that. But ultimately, when you're gonna be looking at a particular home at a particular price and comparing a 2.5% or 3% interest rate, let's say, versus comparing something for 5, 6%, things are gonna be a little bit more affordable. And I believe that will entice folks to jump into the market. What will the market do? It's hard to say. There's a lot of variables here impacting the macro decisions of everyone, and not everyone is influenced by a particular interest rate or by a particular political situation. Everyone has their own needs. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm feeling optimistic. I think things will be turning in a positive direction. We've got the new mortgage rules raising the ceiling to 1.5 million for insured mortgages. 30-year amortizations are back in play for insured mortgages as well. I think that will entice some buyers to get in. The Toronto market, condos are stalling. There's tons of months of inventory. Things are really hurting down there, and we are inevitably affected by that. This is gonna be a problem in 2025, 2026, 2027. Builders aren't building. They're freezing up their projects. Some of them are going into receivership. This is gonna be a problem down the road. And when we don't have enough supply when we need it, we're gonna get into a scenario where there's not gonna be enough homes for people that want to buy a home. So immigration's another thing, rolling back and scaling back the immigration. That is a big factor as well. If anyone's telling you they know what's gonna happen, they don't, and they're full of it. So you have to just open your eyes, look at the news, look at what's happening on social media, and make your own decisions on how you feel, how confident you are. I'm feeling optimistic. The future looks bright. We'll see you next month. Peace out.